Hey Melbourne, Chrissie, Sam and Browny on Nova 100. We are stoked to have this guy.
Allan Pease. He's a body language expert and author of about 15 books. He might have more, because that's a lot of books. But you can spend a life-changing weekend with Allan and Barbara Pease on November 9 and 10. For more info, head to peaceinternational.com. Here's Allan.
Never has a person been referenced on this show more than Allan Pease.
Is that right?
Now,
And can you explain why, Swanee? When did you first come across this man?
We got your yellow book with the cartoon people on the front. It would have been in the 80s. I know you said that it came out in the 70s. We didn't get it in our house till the 80s. We read that book cover to... It was like you had the secrets of the universe and you were sharing them with us, because it's all about body language and how you can read what people are really thinking despite what's coming out of their mouth by how they sit. And, for example, Jonathan Brown, now you've closed yourself off.
Yeah, I'm going to open myself up. So
Jonathan's crossed his arms.
Yeah, but he's got his legs spread doing a crutch display, so he thinks he's the king.
There you go.
And he's right.
He's right.
He's full display.
Alan, what
going
you need to know about Jonathan Brown is he's right.
Allan's first
There
words.
he's got two hands on the desk. He's territorial. He's taken over the show.
Taking over his
See, what else can you tell
love
us?
it.
You'd be a nightmare. You'd be a nightmare of a dinner
I
guest.
got
mate.
no friends.
People couldn't be able to move without you just critiquing them all the time.
People I meet think of me as a cross between a clairvoyant and a psychiatrist, and I'm neither of those. But they think that, so they become paranoid, and they do all sorts of funny movements that they wouldn't normally do, because they're saying, "What's he thinking now? What is he reading into this?" Which it's not how it happens.
What part of the body gives away the most? What you're thinking? The hands, the eyes, the legs. Is there one particular part?
When you meet people for the first time, you're looking at their face. So we look at people's faces most of the time. And the problem is facial expressions can be faked. The further away from your face it gets, the less control you've got over that body part. Did you know that?
Say that again. Say that again, Alan.
The further away from your brain, the body part is, the less control you've got. So you don't know what your feet are doing. But with your face, you can fake a smile, you can fake an eye movement. Whether you get away with this is another question. If you're a female brain, if you're a woman, you're less likely to be able to fool her than a man, because women are on average 3 to 4 times better at picking lies face to face than men, which is why you shouldn't lie to women face to face. It's just your SMS.
Do it on the phone.
Don't do it.
Where they can't eyeball you.
Yeah. Don't go eyeball.
Eyes, though, seem like they'd be hard to fool people. The eyes, because you often see movies or detective work and all that, and they obviously watch the eyes, and if you look to the left, it's a lie. If you look to the right, and all that sort of... Is that true?
Well, there's a bit of doubt over that. That's neurolinguistic process. There's a doubt over how effective that is. It seems to work most of the time, that if you're looking to the left, you're engaging your right brain, so you're creating stuff, which means if you're going to make up really big lies, you're likely to look to the left, is what it means. If you look to the right, you're recalling logic, so you're going through your left brain where you're recalling what actually happened. But the thing is that face-to-face, you can't stop with the video. And everybody's opposite. See, if I'm looking at you now, your left eye's on my right side. So it's hard to remember what the hell you're talking about, let alone which way did they look. But if you could video replay it, that's very useful, which is what they do with law enforcement.
Yeah.
And another thing I always remembered was the touching of the nose means that you're telling a fib.
Is that true?
Well, not necessarily. I mean, if we're face-to-face and I said, look, I always listen to your show and I rub my nose like this, would you believe me?
No.
Well,
nobody believes me, but I might have had an itchy nose. This is the problem. I might have had the flu, it might have been bad breath, false teeth. There's all sorts of possibilities.
Right.
So what you've got to do is take at least 3 gestures, like words in a sentence. So body language makes up 60 to 80% of all the impact you make face to face.
God, that's a lot.
It's a hell of a lot, yeah. Well, see, speaking's only a new thing in terms of human evolution. We've only been doing it, for a very short time. So if I say, I always watch your show and rub my nose, always listen to you, I might have had an itchy nose, but the problem is you somehow don't trust me at this point. You don't know why you don't trust me. So put it in a group of 3. Always listen to your show, rub my nose. I could not miss it. And closing my eyes, shaking my head from side to side. And how is your lovely girlfriend, as I'm doing a double grape with my hands. Now, that's a group of 3 and a couple of ulterior motives, which most women would instantly go, I wouldn't trust him, or what he just said. Most blokes might say, gee, seems like a decent sort of guy.
Wow.
What about, Sam, we're big on the handshake, aren't we? Sam, can we take
it? No, but I got told very, very early on. I don't know if it's more body language or it's just a sign of respect, Alan, but an old guy I used to work with said, you never shake someone's hand sitting down. You always get up and shake their hand.
Well, that's true, because historically, handshaking, it goes back 2,000 years to the Roman era, and you and I are shaking hands now. So
But we're both seated. That's okay, isn't
yeah,
it?
we are, but originally it looked like this. Now we're doing like an arm wrestling position. This is its original position 2,000 years ago, done between tribal and troop leaders who are always men, so it's remained a male activity. Now, in the handshaking position or the arm wrestling position, if your arm's stronger, your hand's on top, so you were said to have the upper hand. The upper hand's an arm wrestling expression. So when you meet someone, if your hand's slightly on top, it has to be a little bit. If you do it to me, for example, which you're doing right now,
I shouldn't be aroused right now, should I?
no, you're he closed his legs over the side Browny. Shut him right up. So with a hand on top, I'll get a feeling that you're coming on a bit heavy, and you'll feel like you can come on a bit heavy. And so the key to creating rapport with somebody is keep the palm absolutely straight, not facing down or up, and give the same pressure you receive. Which is interesting with you, Sam, because when you met me outside before, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being a knuckle grinder, one's 4 breakfast sausages. Right, yeah, 4 sausages is number 1. You gave me about a 4 as you went past. Just then you gave me a 6.
Oh.
Now you just gave me a 6 again.
Oh, you're trying to...
So what does that mean? A stronger handshake is Sam
I'm
trying
getting
to...
stronger as the morning gets on.
Well, I expected he'd have a much stronger handshake because he's a fairly big guy and got big hands.
Yeah, that's right.
But he only gave me a 4.
wet
So
blanket.
there's a bit of a cold salmon going on there.
Sam.
But I've got, look, my default position's a 7, so I had to back off 30% for you to feel okay with me on first meeting. If I'd have kept my 7, you'd say to yourself, subconsciously, this guy's a bit pushy.
This is unbelievable.
You've got to
We're
match
gonna
the,
get
match
to
the
the
pressure you
Yeah,
receive.
why not? All right.
Run out of time.
Alan, you're going to tell us
Alan.
about this 2-day
Well-
thingamajig.
Can we just ask him about Vladimir Putin?
Yeah.
You did some work with Vladimir Putin. Is that right?
I did the first seminar for the new 300 politicians in 1991 in Russia, and Putin was the deputy mayor of St. Petersburg, so he hosted the meeting.
What was his body language like?
Well, surprisingly, he only had about a 4 and a handshake. Like, he's ex-KGB, and 100,000 people disappeared under his time.
Wow.
But he only had a 4 and a handshake, and quiet guy, vegetarian, black belt. He's a pretty soft sort of guy, but he's an iron fist in a velvet glove. That's his story.
Right. Interesting.
Funny.
Gets a lot of bad flack
So much to talk
from
about.
Americans, but
Was Alan everything that you wanted?
Yes,
A
I
dream?
would like several hours with Alan.
I'm the poster boy for women who've given up, Chrissie.
Oh, well, that's probably why I want more time with you.
If you would like several hours with Alan, you can spend a life-changing weekend with Alan and Barbara Pease, both of them. It's on November 9 and 10. For more info, head to peaseinternational.com. Thanks for coming in.
My pleasure.